Firstly, thanks very much to Justice Dhananjay Chandrachud for his excellent reign as the Chief Justice of India. He has been my professor in the LLM course, and thank him very much. He's been a tremendous, insightful reign in the Supreme Court and also before also in the Bombay High Court, and fantastic. Something that one can really learn a lot of things from him. The discipline, the jurisprudence, so many things. And then he's succeeded by Justice Sanjeev Khanna. Mr. Khanna is also very well regarded, and I had the opportunity of having a good chat with him once when he was on a morning walk at the Lodi Gardens in Delhi. We had a good 15 minutes conversation, and welcome to Justice Khanna as well, as he takes over the reign as the Chief Justice of India on Monday, November 11. Looking forward to this week. Friends, it's going to be a very eventful week, and we have Veterans Day holiday on November 11, but many important pieces of data, particularly surrounding inflation, expected this week from the United States, which can have an important impact on the bond markets and also the world stock markets. So we have on November 12, Tuesday, we have Federal Governor Christopher Waller speaking. We have the Richmond Fed President Tom Barkin speaking, and the Philadelphia President Patrick Harker speaking as well. Their words of wisdom can be inculcated as to what is there in their minds as to the future, now that they have cut the interest rates by 50 and 25, totaling 75 basis points this year. On Wednesday, the important piece of data, the CPI index, the consumer price index, will be out. We have the CPI year over year. We have the core CPI year over year. So many important pieces of data. Plus, we have the Dallas Fed President Loria Logan speaking, and all this is going to be very impressive. We also have the monthly US federal budget. Going to Thursday, which is November 14, we have the initial jobless claims, but the important figure that you would like to know is the PPI, the Producer Price Index, the PPI year over year, the core PPI year over year. So a lot of pieces of data. And then you have the Federal Reserve Governor and Adriana Kugler speaking. You also have the Fed Chairman Jeremy Powell speaking, and the New York Fed President John Williams speaking. So it's going to be an eventful day, November 14. November 15, we have the import price index, the import price minus fuel, and retail sales, the US retail sales, which will tell you about what is the state of the US consumer. Is he as resilient or she as resilient as was before, or are there any changes which are on the anvil? All this coupled with the Maharashtra elections coming up on November 20 will make it an action-packed week. The expectations, and then later on the results. We have voting in the state of Maharashtra in India on November 20 and results on the 23rd. All this is as you must have seen, almost all the political leaders are exerting great amount of effort in trying to win the state of Maharashtra, which seems to be fractured in terms of politics. You have the uncle fighting the nephew, so on and so forth. It doesn't make it a very pretty picture, but nevertheless, it's an important state, and do be on the watch. What comes out of the Maharashtra elections will have a deep impact on the politics in Maharashtra and also in India. It's a very important state, and this result, I think you should definitely look forward for. Of course, we have our projections in once again in place. I wish that there were less of these triangular fights, and there would be a more of a friendly fights rather than such. But it looked to be very, very bitter in many parts. And even like places like the Mahim constituency in Mumbai, the Worli constituency, where you have a very bitter fight between many of the contestants. Going to be a tough one, Aditya Thackeray and Milind Dera. and going to be tough. The results are going to have important repercussions. So 23rd also of November will be very, very important. So next 2 weeks, I would say, you should be on your edge. In addition to what Donald Trump speaks as to what is going to be his sets of policies once he actually sits in his chair in the White House once again on Jan 20. So friends, next 2 weeks, I think pretty action-packed. If you have been let down by the FII selling over the last, I would say 40 days, yes, it's been a huge selling by FIIs in the wake of a rising US dollar. But if you're concerned whether this will stop or there's going to be more selling yet to come, well, I would hasten to add that lot depends on, on how these Trump policies begin to start coming out. Now that he's not officially in charge, but still I think he's preparing for the same, and his words of wisdom will have tremendous impact on world financial markets as they used to be in his prior era. Friends, this is going to be an era where there's going to be a lot of sector shift as well. So you're going to move from his drilling and old fossil fuel energy away from the clean energy, which and the Paris Accord that was a part of the climate deal, which was signed by many nations some years back, that may be thrown into the back burner for the time being. So it's going to be a very interesting period, and I think a lot of what the Federal Reserve is expected to do in the December meeting, maybe the framework, the background may be laid in this week by these PPI, CPI numbers, and more importantly, the initial jobless claims coming on Friday, coming on Thursday, November 14. So these all in a cumulative impact, plus what Donald Trump is talking in this week, his vision for the future, the wars which are going on in Ukraine, Russia, also the Iran, and plus the Maharashtra elections. These three will have a tremendous impact all over the world for your portfolio, whether it's in mutual funds and stocks. And do join our Premium Plus group, which gives you 10 to 12 days predictions in advance. Also, it gives you good insight into some very good stock ideas. And we are not just oriented towards options. We are very much oriented towards giving you some very good multi-bagger ideas. Premium Plus is a fantastic package for that. You can also join our daily predictions, the Diwali package. It's just a very good welcome offer for people who are joining Art of Investing, would like to experience our predictions, our art, our techniques, and how we predict. It gives you a lot of ideas. So for them, we have a welcome offer. So it continues for a few more days. For all this, you can WhatsApp us on 982-086-1044. Happy investing and have a great investing week ahead. Take care. God bless you all. Jai Shri Ram to you all.